Hello. What is up? What is up? Hello, Ricardo. How are you? How are you? It is Saturday, and we're here. We made it. I'm actually streaming today. I apologize. First and foremost, I apologize for not being here last night. I did not get off work. I believe I clocked out at 7:45. Something like that. It was like relatively close to 8 o'clock when I finally got out of work. So almost 2 hours of overtime, but that was also 2 hours of extra work, and it was a slog yesterday, and I was very exhausted. So unfortunately, no stream last night, but we are here tonight. Finally getting to this fight that I saved at the instant it started last week. Hello. Hello. I also took the second half of today off work. I said, fuck it, I'm done with this place for the week. They were making some really stupid decisions, and by they, I mean a single supervisor was making really stupid decisions. Hello! 3DAC. I'm just gonna call you 3DAC. Hello. How are you doing today? Yeah, so I got to work today. I'm gonna do a little bit of venting about my job for a second before we get into this. I got to work today, and I see that I could see that being a thing. It's Eduardo? Nice. Okay, well then I will try to remember that. I'll try to remember that. No promises. I'm bad about that kind of thing, but I will try. So I got to work this morning, 9 o'clock, you know, right on time. And I see that the guys that are also the in-home delivery drivers are loading up one of the vans. So instead of like, because normally I gotta like go into the store, read the numbers like letters. I see it now. Now that it's been pointed out, I definitely see it. So normally I get to work, right? I go through the front doors, just like everybody, all the shoppers and everything. Then I go over into the online delivery spot, and then I go from there. So story time, yay! Yes! So that's how I normally go it. Today, but whenever I see that people are already loading the vans, which I can see from the front parking lot, I just go straight there. There's no point in walking all the way around if they're already doing stuff out here. So I'm just going to go straight here. So I walk straight up, and turns out they had already loaded that particular van, and they were just, discussing what was going on for the day. And I'm standing there for maybe 30 seconds, and the supervisor on duty pokes her head out of the door and starts screaming at us to get back to work. And I'm like, A, I'm not even on the clock yet. And B, I just fucking got here, lady. Chill out. And also, C, I technically don't work for you. She doesn't even have anything to do with in-home anymore because she sucked at it. So they pulled her off. So she doesn't even have anything to do with in-home and should be leaving us alone, but so that was how my day started. 30 seconds at work, not even clocked in yet, already getting screamed at to get shit done. Then come to find out that she's telling one of the newest drivers that we have, right? Like, this guy joined like a week before I did. So he also got fully qualified like a week before I did. So he's only been fully qualified to drive for like 2 weeks. He had 19 deliveries. And they were she was trying to send him out by himself this morning. Now, for example, just a little bit of frame of reference. The trip that I took last night that ended up taking me an extra 2 hours was 15. He had 4 more, and she was trying to send him out by himself because, well, this other department had 7 people call off, so we need to pull everybody from your department over to this one. And it's like, A, no, you don't. B, you don't have that authority. And C, fortunately, one of the people that has been there for a while, just told one of the other in-home drivers, ignore it. She says, just go. Just go. Just make sure you're not seen where you go. Where do you work? I work at Walmart. I am an in-home delivery driver for Walmart. Now, the vast majority of the time, it's fine. I might bitch and moan about it a little bit, but everybody bitches and moans about their job, everyone, you know. But today was just, death by 1,000 stabs. And so while I'm doing that, right, so they leave the van that we were loading, that was already loaded up, that I was discussing while we were getting screamed at 30 seconds in. That one also leaves, so both of the vans are gone. And the rest of us are just left to deal with this screeching harpy while we try to survive the day. And on top of all of that, her boss was in the area as well today. And he decided that he was going to make an executive decision to move where we store all of the stuff that we need to work. So basically, the way that this place works, right? Let me explain it so that the sequence of events is more clear. So we have what are called pickers, we have stagers, we have preppers, and we have dispatchers. Those are like the 4 main areas for the back room in this spot, right? Pickers are the ones that actually go out into the rest of the store. They grab the items that are being ordered online and they bring it back. Each cart has 6 totes that they will fill up. Each tote is for a specific order. Orders can have any number of totes. Usually have between 3, anywhere between 2 and 4 is like normal. But I had one of the deliveries that I had yesterday had 10 totes for a single order. So they can get extreme, but usually they're between 2 and 4. So they go out there, they pick the items off the shelves, they put them in these totes, they bring them back, and they leave them in this little cubby in an area. Stagers then go and grab those, and they split them out into areas where it's easy to find them, basically organizing them. We have a spot for deliveries specifically. We have a spot for pickups, or an area for deliveries, an area for pickups, an area for my stuff in-home. In-home has its own area. And then like an area for like oversized, like TVs, big bags of dog food, stuff like that. Anything that won't fit in one of these like little blue totes. The totes are roughly the size. They're a little bit bigger than like the little hand baskets that you can find at Walmart. Just to give an idea of the size we're talking about. They're a little bit bigger than that, but not too much. So anything that doesn't fit into those goes into the oversized spot. And then there's a couple of other exceptions, but that's the general gist, right? So stagers take them to those areas, put them in spots, keep the orders together as much as possible. So like, you know, if you have, you know, 3 totes and like, you know, you have 3 totes for Mary W, you put them all in the same spot, right? You try to do that. Sometimes it doesn't work out because you just don't have enough room, but you try to put them all in the same spot so that whenever the preppers come in, they just have to go to one spot, grab the stuff, and go. What preppers do is preppers will come to where the items were staged when the person who is picking that order up gets here. So, you know, we could have stuff, especially like ambient, like room temperature stuff. We could have stuff sitting around back there for 5-6 hours sometimes. But when the person finally does show up, the preppers come in, You know, little ding pops up on the app on our phones. Preppers come in, they grab the stuff, they pull it over, and they get it ready. And they put it on these little dollies so that they're ready to be taken out to the car. And then once the person actually, the dispatchers are the ones that actually take them out to the cars. So it's kind of like a little bit of a conveyor belt system kind of thing. A lot of hands touch each item, but they all have specific jobs to do for each item. So I was staging today, this morning. Staging's very easy, very simple. I don't like prepping because like the last 5 times that I've tried to prep, like half of the shit just didn't exist. And it just like somebody else had grabbed the wrong thing or whatever. It was just like a major pain in the ass. I'm like, I do not want to do prepping anymore. Fuck that noise. I will stage. I will put things where they're supposed to be. So I'm doing that. I'm just in my own, in my own little universe, listening to music or podcast or whatever the fuck. I can't even remember what I was listening to this morning. And a couple hours later, this dude, I've never spoken to this guy before in my life. I didn't even know his name until today. Comes up, he's like, do you actually know how to stage delivery orders? I'm like, dude, I've been doing this on and off for over a month. Yes, I know how to stage delivery orders. I was literally shown day one. Even though I'm not supposed to be back here, I'm an in-home driver, I know how to do this. He goes, well, I don't think you do. And at this point, my knuckles are starting to crackle because I'm already in a bad mood. And I'm like, I might hit you. He goes, because I've had to restage a whole bunch of your stuff today. So whenever you're putting orders out, if it says that it goes to this certain spot because there are other totes for that same order, you have to put them in that same spot. I'm like, okay, first off, no, you don't. It is preferable, because obviously it's more optimized, more efficient to have them all in one spot. But if there's literally nowhere to put it, you have to put it somewhere else, A. And B, if I have to dig through 18 people to get to that spot, I'm not going to bother. I'm going to put it as close as I can, but I'm not going to be too stressed about it. I'm trying to get this shit done, especially when we were as jammed as we were this morning. And I think I actually jumped ahead, but it's whatever. That guy really pissed me off. That was like one of the final straws. But another thing that was going on. Oh, that's the part that I missed. What my boss, what the supervisor decided to do today was he wanted to take all of those carts that the pickers had brought back, instead of just leaving them in that cubby, which is off to the side, it's out of everybody's way. He decided to bring them all up and put them in a line in a very narrow hallway that is constantly moving with people. Like, think of the most busy intersection in your city. That is where this guy decided to just block an entire lane of traffic for the entire day. So just chips away at my frustration. How many people order stuff at home? I've never done that. Where does all these orders even come from? Oh, it's very popular. Like, I think so. Just on in-home deliveries for my store, we average approximate. Let's see. Yesterday I had 5. I had 15 in the afternoon for the main batch, and then I think the other guy had 6. So we had about 21. So it's about 30 to 40 deliveries per day just on in-home, and that's not counting what they're called, spark drivers. Spark drivers are like a third party delivery service that Walmart uses to deliver a bunch of smaller orders. But yeah, we deliver. I mean, it is constant all day, and it is dozens of orders are being prepped and dispatched and run. Uber Eats and that kind of shit. It can be. I think it's, if it's not a Spark driver specifically, I think DoorDash usually does, because I remember DoorDash used to do Walmart orders. I used to also ignore those because fuck that. Every time I tried to pick up a Walmart order, I'd be sitting in the Walmart parking lot for 45 minutes before I get my order. And then I'd be making like $3 on it, so that's why I don't do Spark driving. But yeah, it is hundreds of orders a day go through that back room. So yeah, by the time I got to lunch, my give a fuck was entirely broken. Yeah, so my give a fuck for the day was entirely broken because of how late I had to stay yesterday, plus all of the just multiple random bullshit things that pissed me off today. I was just like, no, I'm taking the day off. Taking the rest of the day off. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna play Tony Hawk, because I just picked up Tony Hawk. All four. They're like 60% off right now because of the summer sale. I picked up 1, 2, 3, and 4. It was like $60, or it was like $30, $40, something like that. But anyway, let us hop into this. So, does that still count as half a point? No, because I had enough protected time off to cover it. So I will not be getting a point for this afternoon. I was already looking at what we got going on here. So I already pretty much have everybody positioned where I want them to be. There's a couple of questions, like I'm not actually sure if I have line of sight on this guy with Terry. I also know what this does. So dueling tactics, everybody has a line drawn to them. What game is this? Rogue Trader, what is it? It is Warhammer 40k. It is Warhammer 40k. It is a grid-based combat system. It is technically a CRPG, or classical RPG. And yeah, I'm just constantly trying to put out fires in my like region of space that I control. Aliens are trying to kill me, heretics are trying to kill me, greedy bitches like this old hag are trying to kill me. I don't even know where the hell she's at. Oh, there's no. Yeah, this bitch. This old hag's trying to kill me. Everyone's trying to kill me. All right, we're gonna hop into it though. Start the battle.
Okay, now I'm really riled up.
Why does it sound like she's hurt? Most people are completely incompetent. Pretty much. Just presume that everybody sucks and you're not going to be too far off. I think I actually want to do... What do I want to do? Which, like... Wait, do you not have a line? You do not. That's funny. Wait, what does this do again? Wait, where's Adira? Okay. So I want this to be like this. Right? Okay, so we do this. I'm actually reading these because I haven't had to in forever. Because I always just, like, do the same thing every fucking time. Allies in the game, 13% armor, KW over penetrating game, you proud effect, you get follows. Oh, nice. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, we'll do that too. That's fine. Alright, and then I'm going to shoot this man. Why do you mean you're too far? Can I hit you with this?
You jest.
God
surely.
damn it. Oh, I can do this, though. How far is this? Fuck. There we go. Oh, it will hit. Okay, so if I do this... Oh, wait. The target's next attack. Okay, so I need to use that on me then. No! God damn it. Don't you have one in your party? I do. He's not in this. I don't have him right now because it is this man's companion quest, so he's forced into the party. But normally I do, yes. No way I missed, you bitch. Whatever. I'm just gonna set this man on fire. Oh. Yeah, that was actually kind of the whole thing. It's like, I know nothing about Warhammer. Oh shit. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, so if I kill the accusers, I shoot the fucking glass? Oh, cool. All right, that's good to know. I have a 9% chance to do this. Oh, wait, do I not have the... No, I do still have the thing. All right, well. Oh, we got it. Did 0 damage, but that doesn't matter. We got it. Do I want to do my heroic on her? Who's next? Cabela? And then we have Inscribia. How do I want to play this out? I could just give Adira another turn and have her kill the other accuser. Because fuck it, right? Like, why not? Shoot her! Okay, so it just... So there's 8 people that I need to kill to do this, I guess? Mercenary, mercenary, mercenary. Weapon of justice. Excuse me? 4,000. You really stream all those games on top? Do you really see? So I don't... Not so much. So I don't stream all of them right now. Those are pretty much like the games that my channel is kind of known for. I've done I have over 1,000 hours in Kingmaker, over 1,000 hours in Wrath of the Righteous. I have done speedruns for both games. I'm currently world record holder in every category in Kingmaker right now. And I think I have 1 record in Wrath. Most of those are because I'm the only one dumb enough to do those categories, but I also have a ton of Pokemon stuff. I'm currently taking a break from Pokemon because I play Pokemon every week for 4 years. And I just finished the beat Pokemon Red with every single Pokemon. How many categories are there for Kingmaker? There's any percent, unfair percent, normal difficulty percent, which I might actually delete that one because that one isn't really technically true. Because I didn't really think about this when I was doing it, but I was not doing normal because I was allowing respecs, which is not allowed in normal. Lantern King percent. I think that's all of them. Maybe. I think there's 4. If I remember correctly. I can look it up real quick. Let's find out. Oh wait. I'm just gonna pull up in you. Probably a good idea to check anyway, because I haven't checked. Okay, cool. Games. Kingmaker. Yeah, any percent, normal percent, unfair percent, and Lantern King percent. Yep. You know what? I'm gonna do a thing. If you would like to check it out, there is the Kingmaker speedrun.com thing if you want to check out the speedruns for that. Okay, but anyway, back to this game. Wait, why do I have another? Why can't I shoot lightning again? Like, I'm not overly, like, sad about it. I'm just confused as to why I'm allowed to do this. Why can't I just continue doing things? I don't play that game, but thanks. Yeah, no problem. Oh, duh, I'm stupid. I have a bunch of fucking... Okay, so I actually want to do this. What do you mean, no line of sight?
His terror warned me, but I did not understand.
Wait, what? Oh, I guess that does make... Yeah, okay, fine. I think it's fine. And actual turn 1 done for this particular fight. Hooray, we did it. All right. Do you still have... You do still have dueling tactics. That is unfortunate. You know what, though? This guy's low enough on health. What do you mean you lived on 6? Well, he'll die whenever.
Following procedure.
Alright, so we're gonna do this. And then we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We do this, right? Oh, no, wait. We do this first. Wait. Next single attack. Wait, what the fuck? I kind of forgot I could just do that.
My faith is my shield.
So what is the quick rundown on what is happening right now? This vulture lady falsely accused us of being a heretic and tried to kill us so that she could take over my kingdom, basically. And And so after all of that, yeah, we basically did trial by combat, kind of. Prefect Vulture kneels before you. Scores of fragile implants all over her body are twitching convulsively, giving her the appearance of a crushed insect. The prefect lets out a cough, then an unnerving smile appears on her lips. I at least had to try. I served the Von Valancius Protectorate faithfully for over 100 years, painstakingly cultivating order where others have failed to do so. Yeah. While you and your ancestors sowed anarchy and havoc with your ever-changing whims, I stood on as the linchpin that kept this domain from sinking into criminal disarray. It was because of me that this gargantuan system continued to function with barely a flaw. The only source of disruption was you, the rogue traders. Yes, I at least had to try. Ooh. Try what? To take my protectorate for yourself? The protectorate isn't yours, and it never was. Have you not read your own warrant even once? Every conquest, every planet claimed by a rogue trader belongs to the Imperium. You are supposed to act as its vassal, nothing more. But rogue traders aren't capable of efficient rule. All that drives you is your craving for profit and reckless exploits. The limitless potential of the protectorate is wasted in the hands of spoiled fools. And I am tired of watching you desecrate the very foundations of the Imperium. If it weren't for you, the protectorate would be operating for the good of the throne as impeccably as the sacred machine of the Omnissiah. Could have negotiated with me, voiced your dissatisfaction, and we would have found a way. Instead, you chose to plot behind my back. Execute her. Vulture chuckles. Never. The counterparty always bends the terms to its advantage. Bye. I love the over the topness of the executions. Like, you could just, you know, literally have a blade. You know, we have multiple people that just have swords. Just off with their head. Or shoot her in the head. We have people with guns. I'm a sniper by trade. Just pew, done. But no, we have this giant fuck off cannon pop up out of the ground. I love it. I love the excess that is Warhammer. As the weapon roars and Scribia Vulture's body is reduced to dust. It's damage taken 112. Marshal Gregoris Strax takes a measured step forward, his armor clanging. You must judge me also, rogue trader. I have shamed the Adeptus Arbites by succumbing to Prefect Vulture's manipulations, and betrayed the Lex Imperialis, the very law I was meant to uphold. I am guilty. I insist you pass the sentence and carry it out immediately. Kill him? Marshal Gregoris Strax. No, I'm punishing him. He wants to die. I'm not giving him that. Taking into account your record of past achievements, I hereby deny you your execution, and instead sentence you to punishment by toil. I appoint you High Overseer of the World Vivo 6. That is where you will remain for the rest of your life. Experience the full. Yay! I consider this measure unduly lenient, but I have no right to protest your decision. The Marshal brings a closed fist to his chest and adds solemnly, for your judgment is final. Strax sets his shield down, detaches his carapace, and places it over the shield. Now clad only in his undersuit uniform, he looks smaller without his armor, and very tired. I, Marshal Gregoris Strax, am stepping down from my post. I am no longer fit to wear this armor. May its new wearer bring honor to the Lex. And obviously, the only person who gets it is me. Why would he beg for a harsher punishment? Who does that? Zealots. This is something that you need to understand about the Warhammer universe. Everyone is crazy. Every motherfucker in this entire goddamn universe has like 3 brain cells and 2 of them are lost. Like, I'm sad I don't have a drink anymore. I'm gonna need to go and get a drink soon, but yeah, everybody's crazy and everybody's stupid. Also on deflection in 8% what? Ain't no way, it's only 8%. 2 times weapon skill bonus. Oh. Gain a number of kinesios. Kinesiostatic? Kinesiostatic shield stacks equal to a portion of that attack's damage. Last brain cell is fighting for 3rd place. Exactly. 4th place, technically, because there's 3 of them. Holy shit. But 2 are missing? Exactly. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. When the wielder makes an attack with his shield, it deals an additional number, blah, 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 blah. Energy damage with 50% armor pen. After that, all stacks are removed. Where's what? Okay, interesting. And what are you? What do you do? 80%, 5 deflection, dodge penalty. Yeah. Hit by the wearer's attacks of opportunity. Plus 3 deflection of the wearer's strength is more than 70. So 8 deflection and 80% armor is kind of wild. Wearer hits an enemy with a shield. All allies at his 3-cell radius gain plus 5 resolve until the end of combat. Does not stack. Got it. The rest of the room stands still. All eyes turn to you. The final verdict. What you say next will decide the fate of not just the Adeptus Arbites, but of justice in the Corrodus Expanse as a whole. Let's see. Corrodus Expanse cannot be left without the Lux Imperialis and its keepers. Must choose a new marshal, one who is more worthy of their station and continue to guard the Imperium against all of us. It's a rotten corrupt canker on the face of the Corrodus Expanse. That's funny. I'm gonna do this one. The Adeptus Arbites is in need of a more capable leader. I command you to choose a new marshal, and let them take heed that the Von Valancius dynasty will never again accept interference in matters of the Protectorate from the Arbites. I will see it done, Rogue Trader. Justice is done, my judgment is made. I could have made Solomorn the new head guy, but I don't want him. I don't think he's good enough. So you're like a king? Pretty much. Pretty much. Essentially. Among the broken fragments of the great scales and the burning Arbites banners, the people kneel as one. The verdict has been announced, whatever the future may hold. One thing is for certain, the Corrodus Expanse will not be the same. That's true. Technically, I'm like a vassal king to the Emperor of Mankind. Hello, Taco. How are you? How are you doing? How are you doing? All right, so let us, first off, what? Okay, wait, let's do this. Okay, here we go. 18% parry. 30%, 35. So it's got a higher block chance, a higher parry chance, same deflection chance, and it has the damage boost. This is literally just better in every possible fucking way. Less so this. One of the where blocks, dodges, or parries an attack, momentum is increased by 10. That the hilarious thing about this is what happens when we get into those like parry chains where I parry and counter, and he parries and counters, and I parry and counter. So every time I do that, every time that fucking chain continues, I get a boost of 10. I might actually just put these on this person. Wait, what? Literally the armor for this man, and he can't wear it because he's too stupid to wear heavy armor. Absolutely fucking disgusting. I don't actually know if +5 resolve until the end of combat matters. I don't actually think that it does. Primarily because, like, A, I tend to get so many of the fucking super move, heroic moves, whatever the hell you want to call them. I get so many of them anyway. That, like, after round, like, 2, I'm basically going to be out. I'm not going to be able to use that anymore. So, I think I just don't care about that. Alright. How much loot is there to be had here? Hello? Loot? Excuse me? Being denied. I'm being denied my rightful... Oh, there we go. I found it. Hello, what are you? There's incoming damage is reduced by 20%. Damage dealt to Xenos and demons is increased by 10. Interesting. Where it kills the target for the first time in a round, their next attack automatically hits, whereas arbitrator abilities used this round can be used again. All under the effect of ruthless suppression. I don't know what that is. What are you? Oh, I don't. Does that actually matter? When the wearer kills the target for the first time in a round, their next attack automatically hits. Does that actually matter? Because even though I'm playing on unfair, I basically never fucking miss. You know what? I'm gonna keep them, but I don't think I actually use any of them. Uh, 300% more damage against 25% crit chance. Cannot dodge the cybernetic attacks. A critical. Okay. Bird? No bird. Okay, well. Time to leave. We have escaped justice once more. Congratulations, everybody. We avoided the death penalty. Let's go. What the hell am I doing? By the way. What actually am I trying to do? I completely forgot. What the fuck am I trying to do right now? High factotum is to dust how the theory is correct. The rogue trader will find evidence inside the drifting remains of the merchant ship Finger of Sorrow. Wait, what? Wait, Furibund. Wait, what the fuck? Where's Furibundus again? Yeah, it's literally here. Wait, what the fuck? Okay, where's the other one? Do we need to go to? Wait, what the fuck? Why? Why does this one literally not have anything going to it? Excuse me? The fuck? Perform the ritual. Alright, well. Oh no! I've taken 9 damage. Unfortunate. This is the very start of workshop rivers of stuff and things. Okay. Wait, I'm being forced to do this? Oh shit. Get out of here. Well, this is the first time we've had one of these in a while.
The divine watches over us.
Abelard, calm the fuck down. Ghost! Crap. Hello? Could we stop moving around until... Oh shit, I didn't even see these guys. Okay, so what do we have? We have a decent number of people.
What is the ring?
Oh, fuck off. All right. Guy. How did I kill the guy? All right, whatever. Where's it here? There you are.
I'll do what it takes.
How did you get whatever? Bird.
Will do.
Ah, for Tron's sake.
Awesome. By the way, remember how I said that, oh my god, I literally do not need to worry about fucking super moves anymore? This would be why.
Quick, quick! I can't stand it! The Lord reaches to claim us all. I refuse now.
I see what others do not. The web serves.
There we go.
The
Traps did more damage to me than the people.
Am I?
All right, so what do we have?
I will mend the thread between body and soul.
This wound will make a fine scar.
Yeah, I don't really care. And somebody over here, grab this. Somebody here, grab this. How was that weapon? Wait, what were you? Oh, just some random fucking thing that I have a dozen of already. Are we done? Oh, we are done. Hooray. Very difficult fight. Have you seen the new Supergirl movie? No, I have not. I have not been to a new movie in a very, very, very long time. What do you mean? There's other... Okay. Holy shit, there's a lot here. I have not. You know what I think I might do here in a little bit? I might do, because I haven't seen it yet. One of the user performs a single target attack against a target within a 3-cell radius. Wait, what? Single target attack against a target within a 3-cell radius. They make a burst shot with this augment immediately after. It deals 9 energy damage. Oh, okay. You lose, what was it, 10% intelligence, something like that? I haven't seen the trailer for the new God of War game. The one that everybody hates. So I think at some point tonight I might, like, once if I start hitting a point where I'm like, I'm kind of just like for a minute, we might take a break from this and go watch that real quick and then talk some God of War for a bit and then come back. Might do that. The augurs have detected an unusual anomaly. A planet surrounded by a huge asteroid belt. Seasoned Voidfarers say that it was most likely torn apart by tidal forces. One with the girl from Daredevil? Yeah. And they suggest exploring the rings to obtain useful resources. Perform a detailed scan. The planet is incredibly radioactive. The closer the shuttles get to it, the more they will be irradiated. The only safe option is to gather anything useful that is far enough away from the exposed core of the ruptured planetary body. Scouting party. Don't really like God of War, never did. I thoroughly enjoyed the new games. I like the story, I like the characters, I like what they did with Kratos in the new games. I know that some people are like, he's just old and sad now, and it's like, all right. You're welcome to your wrong opinion, but I report a for last row of the giant venom material that you know, send scouts. Oh, all right. Well, we're taking damage. I also wait, what? Oh, okay. It just wasn't showing that I had taken damage yet. It's like, I will be entirely honest, I don't like that they are going that direction. Was she capturing a fucking cube for that game? What? Okay. What is the space battle? Yeah, so I don't like that they are doing that game, but it's not for the but it's a woman reason. I think they squandered a great opportunity. Like, incredible opportunity cost by going with this.
The future is uncertain.
Okay, Adira, calm down. All right, what do we got? So we have whatever the fuck that is. We have whatever the fuck this is. We have a bunch of tiny little bastards. All right. Wait, let me just double check. Yeah, okay, so do this. I can now hit this. Beautimus. And we're gonna do this. Can I do this? Just doing ship combat? Yes. So this is another thing. We do have ship combat as well. Really? You lived? Rude. Actually quite rude. To just live like... Oh, wait. I could do this. All done. Dude, we are fucking demolishing these people. Well, that's rude. Well, that's also rude. Wait. Oh! Oh, shit, wait, what the fuck? Hi! You were not here 2 seconds ago! Wait, where am I? There we go. All right.
Full speed ahead.
All right. There we go. You're wrecked, nerd. I don't know what you just tried to do, but you fucking failed. Okay.
Deliver their demise.
Oh, shit. Okay, we won. Hooray, we did it. It's been a minute since I did ship combat, so I kind of forgot. I couldn't really tell if that was supposed to be like a dangerous combat or not. Okay. What's this? I don't really get what's happening, so I'm gonna bail. Good luck and have fun. Bye! See you later, man. I just scan the area for favorable tactical positions while the flagship is in such a position. Yeah, sure, fuck it, why not? Right? Oh, actually. That's actually quite good. I think I do want the potential dodge bonus, right? I think that's a good idea. What do you mean Foulstone needs my help? I mean, like, not everybody wants every game. Like, it is what it is. All right. Nothing happened. Hooray. This wasn't always jump to. I mean, but like, if that's when you start discover the person and they're a live streamer, then that's kind of, you know, that's when you get there. Oh hey, another asteroid belt. Last deal 7. I'll have 23. If I remember correctly, and like I said, and as everybody that knows me knows, my memory is garbage. He has been hanging out in the Final Fantasy streams, I believe. I do find it interesting that I don't remember his username. I'm terrible with remembering stuff like that. It's like, actually. Oh, hello. This planet, riddled with huge tunnels, resembles an anthill of gigantic proportions. Just thinking with somebody else? No, maybe. Even looking down on the eerie landscape chills the blood. The ship's augurs do not detect any signs of life on the surface. Scan the planet! The entire surface of the planet is lifeless gray rock, but the atmosphere is breathable without a void suit. In some deep tunnels, strangely shaped chalky sediments have been found. Send an expedition. Scouts wandered through the huge, empty tunnels for a long time, sending infrequent and mostly uneventful reports back to the bridge. Until communication with one of the first groups is cut off, the Vox simply can no longer pick up the right frequency. Dispatch an armed squad. Armed soldiers nearly shoot the missing team members who come out to meet them. They also report that inside these tunnels are the remains of a camp, apparently belonging to an Imperial expedition. Grav core circuit. Hello. User gains +1 stack of anti-grav charge for each cell they move. The number of stacks and the user becomes agi bonus. All of them are removed and they gain +1 stack of potential energy. What does that mean? Who the fuck is Eogun? Is this spoilers for a character that I don't have yet? For several kilometers ahead, the tunnels are filled with time-worn fortifications and ancient weapons and equipment as fragile as glass. Scouts are surprised to find several hastily assembled stone barrows. The people who spent time in these tunnels have probably already found everything they wanted, buried their dead, and left the planet. Okay, so sure, why not? Hooray, we got it. Provisions 5. I have fucking 56. I'm not worrying about provisions. What the fuck? What are these fucking systems? Why do they exist? It's like I got like 2 augments. But that's it. What the fuck? Why are you here? The new DLC? But like, there's nothing there. There was like the ship combat, and that was literally it. That was all that was there. I'm so confused. All right, we did a thing. Okay, so can I just go here? No. I can, however, go here. Here. And then here. I'm not even reading them. I'm just like, all right, we're doing the whichever one we've done before, we're doing that again. All right. What the fuck? Oh, wait. Let's do the Savannah world first. Then we'll do the totally not fire. Oh, wait. I've already done these. Duh. All right. We're going to save and we're going to go. We are going to save and then we are going to go. The hulk of a merchant ship drips through the void like a gutted corpse. The hull's riddled with gouges from macro cannon fire. The soot-covered letters on the side spell out the somber name, Finger of Sorrow. Use the augers. Devoid of vital signs, life support systems have long since failed. Cold darkness and silence fill the wreck. Dispatch an expedition. Squad of enforcers and tech priests put their void suits on and dock with the ships. Vessels empty except for the frozen and desiccated corpses of the crew. Some retain human features, but others are easily recognizable as genetic aberrations. They have been dead for centuries. Examine the logbook. Finger of Sorrow is a common merchant vessel. The log records its travels along many of the trade routes of the Calaxis sector. Last entry states that the ship departed from Port Wander on the border between the Coronis Expanse and the Calaxis sector. Tech Priest notes that the protocols for undocking from the station were not followed, indicating either a hasty escape or blatant disregard for the covenants of the Omnisci. There's the hold. Is empty, apart from a few open containers. However, careful examination points to 3 open service hatches that bear claw marks. Venturing deeper into the service tunnels, the enforcers find 3 empty nests with chunks of purple chitin and dried traces of dark slime that have eaten through the metal panels. There can be no doubt the gene stealers once lurked here. Back to cabins. First round of combat where his MP is doubled. Many of the cabins have become tubes to the bodies of the crew. They asphyxiated when the ship's life support systems failed. One of the enforcers notices a cache marked with the symbol of a fanged serpent with a sharp tail and 3 clawed limbs. The cache contains an amulet and a miraculously preserved diary. All right. Was kept by one of the missionaries of a gene stealer cult. According to the entries, this cult secretly spread throughout much of the Calaxis sector. Although the author does not mention any specific infected worlds, he recalls with reverence the Promised Land, the Cradle of Faith, salty as the tears of righteous martyrs. The author's branch of the cult had settled on Port Wander Station, last threshold between the Calaxis. Yeah, okay. Crew grew and gained followers among the workers and the poorer, even managed to infiltrate powerful trade guilds. However, their plans fell apart. The Gene Stealer's kiss was granted to an unworthy candidate. The oversight led to the discovery of the cult and a bloody purge. The author of the diary recalls with horror and sorrow how many of the pure blood children of the Star Savior perished in the massacre. Aw, poor them. Story ends by chronicling the escape of a small group of heretics who managed to save 3 purebreds and steal a merchant ship under heavy fire from a station. They narrowly escaped them all, but the ship's damage was too severe. The 3 phalanges of the Finger of Sorrow, the pureblood star children, fell into a long sleep and became dormant. Meanwhile, the cultists humbly watched the ship's life support systems fade away one after another. In the last lines, the author welcomes death in the name of the many-armed emperor with solemnity and elation. Destroy the ship. Forces planet melted charges at key points of the vessel, and an explosion rips the Figure of Sorrow to pieces that are obliterated by strikes from the macro cannon. Now what? Wait, where do I need to go? I need to go to Vivos too? God damn it. So many things that I don't care about. I hate that I can't get there from here. It's so stupid. Okay. So I do need to go here because I do need to do something about whatever is going on here. Hello? What do you want? Agents of the Inquisition have carried out a large-scale covert operation on the planet. Now they are in the process of removing all witnesses, which is having a severe impact on the colony's functioning. Security 1. I do not care about security. Why do that? Whatever. Literally doesn't matter. Literally does not matter at all. Alright, where the hell am I going? I need to get back up to here. Because of course I do. Whatever the fuck that channel that is. Here. Go here. Because of course there's more stuff. More fires to put out. I literally just put somebody here to deal with this so that I don't have to come here every time. And in its efforts to exploit the crisis of the Expanse, a prominent mining consortium is disrupting ore shipments to the colonies of the Protectorate. Weapons, and we get profit factor 2, security, but we lose security. We just lose. Yeah, we'll do that. Fuck you guys. Yeah, get fucked. Don't try to play fucking games with me. I will boycott your shit and you will go bankrupt. Destitute. In the void of fucking space where you suffocate and die. Where do we go? Okay, so we go down here, we go here. Then we go here, and then we do... That's Cassia's side quest. That's Fearabundus. Fearabundus. Woodship Bridge. Yeah, okay. Military gear. Yeah, just do the thing. I literally could not care less. It is actually impossible for me to care less. Oh my god. Oh, hi. Entry, blah, blah, blah. Chronometer returned since the incident. Enforcer, witness, blah. You claim that you left the Sanctum Navis on the Lady Navigator's orders. Person. Affirmative. This unit acted in accordance with the maintenance protocol. Step 1. Sense the sacred mechanisms for the duration of 15 chronometer turns. Step 2. You failed to inform the bridge about the imminent jump. I want to know why. Data unavailable. The Lady Navigator ordered that she be connected to the void ship, but she did not order the preparation of the machine spirits for warp translation. Cause, a ritual that cannot be identified by this unit's capabilities. This unit received the command to interrupt protocol whatever and exit the Sanctum Navis. Entry something, chronometer turned since the incident. Another clanker. There's a lot of them in this game. Well, actually, yes and no, right? Because actual AI is not allowed in Warhammer. No, please, not the figures. I'm gonna break one for every word of a lie I hear coming from your mouth. Now talk, please, you have to believe me. All we did was prepare the canvas and mix the Lady Navigator's blood into the paints. Then we were told to lock open the shutters so that the Lord Captain could see everything that was going on inside the Sanctum Navis and the observation chambers, and grok shit! Armor glass can't shield you from warp horrors. I swear it on my old soul and the Golden Throne, Master Enforcer. The Lady Navigator only wanted to paint a picture for a ritual or some such. That's all I know. She wasn't going to use the power in her eye, but I still got as far away from there as I could. That's all I saw, I'm telling you. Something chronometer turned since the incident. We performed an emergency warp jump. I barely activated the Galler field in time, and not being dragged to throne knows where by an unknown force. The Lady Navigator and the Lord Captain are still unaccounted for. Now tell me one more time what transpired in the Sanctum Navis. I escorted the Lord Captain to the observation chambers and yelled at the servant for leaving the shutters open, but then I was told it was on the Rogue Trader's orders. We can see the Lady Navigator clearly through the armor glass. She was lost in thought, staring at the canvas in front of her. She looked like she was completely unaware of the world around her. I paused because I actually looked over here. I usually don't pay too much attention to the pictures, but I probably should. The artwork is like really good. If always disturbing. I don't know how the fuck they managed to turn fucking literally everything into some disturbing fucking nightmare. Soon the servants were ordered to leave the Sanctum Navis, and the Lady Navigator picked up her brush. Entranced, she started dragging it across the canvas, painting one image after another. And another planet would be lost, and another. And then the Lord Captain noticed it. There was a thing on the other side. The picture, covered in a layer of fresh blood, was coming to life, but the Lady Navigator was oblivious. That is when the Captain... I'll call it as Lady Cassia. Followed by Lord Captain's cry, Lady Navigator answered. That's when I realized it. The armor glass between us and the Sanctum Navis was gone. And the thing is in the painting, they broke free. And what happened next? I barely remember a thing. There was a bright flash, a purple blur. I remember feeling so scared that my knees were shaking. I remember my legs carrying me away like they had a mind of their own. As I ran, I heard screams behind me, the Lord Captain and Lady Cassia. The creatures, they pulled them inside the painting. Sir? Mr. Foxmaster, I have a report that needs to be delivered to the senior officers. Lord Captain and the Lady Navigator were lost during the emergency warp jump. Their whereabouts are still unknown. I'm sending you the interrogation reports. End of recording. Tisifity Orcelio's ritual did not go as planned. The warp disturbance triggered by the Lady Navigator's trance washed over the Sanctum Navis. The voice ship's machine spirits reacted to the surge of the immaterium and interpreted it as a call to action. Thus did the emergency jump into the unknown begin. Amid the shrieks of sirens, the clanging of shutters, and the distant hum of the warp engine, some unknown will pulled the Captain and into the Sanctum Navis toward the creatures from the living canvas that had already gripped the Lady Navigator's throat. Horrified, almost out of breath and struggling to scream, Cassia stretched out her hand and began slowly sinking into her own painting. The Lord Captain... snatched a dagger, started hacking at the hands. The ritual dagger of House Orcelio cleaved the billowing shadows, and yet the painting hand Reformed itself the moment after the blade passed through it. Cassia went limp in the clutches of her horrific creation and was immediately pulled to the other side of the painting. A moment later, Terry, still clutching the dagger, was likewise plunged into the depths of the world where the Lady Navigator had created. Terry awoke, finding himself in the middle of a gigantic, boundless, billowing nothingness. His body felt weightless, floating in a void strewn with hundreds of the Lady Navigator's colors, some of them bright, warm, and alluring, others morose, cold, and heavy. The Lord Captain closed his eyes and remained adrift in the weightlessness. Terry stayed in the ocean of nothingness, devoid of any sensation or emotion, until an ornate ritual dagger floated before his eyes and reminded him of a world that once seemed more real than this one. Someone's scream broke the delicate equilibrium of the Lord Captain's motionless body, and the weightlessness released him. He plummeted into the maroon abyss of royal illusions, but was now in full control of his body again. Then Terry descended into the abyss toward the screams. Lord Captain crashed from an immeasurable height to the bottom of a roiling abyss. In the next moment, Terry saw two figures amid the billowing maroon mist. One of the figures, unnaturally gaunt and tall, was clutching the other, smaller one, in its claws, screaming furiously. Lord Captain appeared in the strange mist. In the swirling mist around him, Terry could make out human faces stricken with torment. Awesome. Not just human faces. There were Xenos, Eldari, their features fused together with those of humans, which made the Crimson Spectres look all the more abominable. Their gazes and their rage were directed at the two unmoving figures facing one another. Drew closer. One step was all it took for some unknown force to notice the Lord Captain, seize him, and drag him through the painting's twisted space. Now the Lord Captain could clearly see the dark shade of the long, dead navigator leaning over Cassia. Clutching her neck in its clawed fingers, the shade screamed. You were given life because of me. You survived because of me. And here you are now, because I have willed it so. Bow before me. Tell me what I wish to hear, and your suffering will end. Go on, child. I have waited for so long. Submit to me. Cassia looked exhausted, her body covered in hundreds of thin cuts, her lips lacerated, claw marks on her cheeks, yet there was a steadfast resolve in her eye. I know who you are, Tisiphone Arcelio. I know what you crave. I saw it in the visions that you sent me again and again. I won't allow you. I'll never allow you to become me. Cassia's fatigued voice quivered, but she was not about to yield this battle. Persuasion, 100%. Thank Christ I'm able to use the entire party's stats. Although, with a difficulty modifier of plus 35, I think even Terry might have 100%. Or sure to continue fighting. Lord Captain's words attracted not just Lady Cassia's attention. Tisiphone Arcelio, finally noticing the presence of a living creature in that bizarre world, turned to face the interloper and lunged forward, seething with rage. When the entity's claws were millimeters from the Rogue Trader's throat, Cassia opened her navigator's eye, and a wave of unbridled warp energy obliterated Tisiphone's specter before she realized what was happening. Lady Navigator graced the Lord Captain with a tired smile. The abortive ritual had turned out to be a trap set for Lady Cassia by the previous noviter of her house, but the Rogue Trader had ensured that her plan fell to ruin. And now it was time to desert that accursed place. Cassie took the Rogue Trader's hand and guided him through the maroon mist and out of the painting. Their unconscious bodies were discovered in the Sanctum Navis 20 Terran days after their disappearance, as soon as the Rogue Trader's void ship had emerged from the warp in an unknown system. Hooray, we did it! Yay! That was fun. Literally just two things here. And a purple, so I like this color. Yet another world is burning before your eyes. It is covered in geysers, belching forth clouds of incendiary gas, feeding a massive conflagration enveloping the planet. Thousands of years ago, a single flash of lightning or some other spark launched a chain reaction that transformed the world into a blistering inferno. Now that you know what to look for, your augurs easily locate traces of the mysterious underground constructions. Examine the constructions and the discovered artifacts using the knowledge you collected earlier. Meticulous work of the tech priest and archivist is taking forever. Even your astropathic choir master joins the effort, spending long hours in a trance and relaying messages to those who can help. But when the results come, it is astounding. It looks like the builders from the Flame used hereditary bacterial structures to record information. The artifacts you discovered on the Burning Worlds contain colonies of bacteria whose genes carry the messages of those Xenos across generations. Their language, however, bears a passing semblance to some of the ancient samples already available to your scientists. They managed to make a crude translation of some of these records. They revealed that the builders from the Flame were not originally colonizing the Burning Worlds. Their homeland was not a planet, but a star. Okay. It is hard to imagine what the creatures that evolved in the burning ocean of a faraway sun may have looked like, but one day their peaceful existence came to an end. The records contained a chilling legend about some cosmic horror that arrived and devoured the sun that the builders called home. Fearing the monster, they fled and no longer dared to settle on stars. The builders considered burning worlds as the most fit for habitation, yet they would extinct shortly after the Exodus, perhaps unable to adapt to the harsh realities of life outside their stellar home. Their civilization left a wealth of unique technologies and heat-resistant materials, and now this treasure belongs to the Von Valancius dynasty. Hooray! Yay! Oh, apparently I got fucked up. So, I believe that this is going to be another fairly long section. So I'm going to take a quick break, go to the bathroom, get a new drink refill. We will come back. And I think at that point, we will do the God of War stuff real quick. And then we'll come back to this after. Yeah, I think that's a plan. I could bitch and moan and talk about stories. Hooray! See you in a sec. All right, I'm back. And I'm totally prepared. YouTube. God of War. Lo-Fi. Okay, I just want the trailer. I just want the trailer. I just want the trailer. Okay, there we go. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ! Alright, so first off, we are going to have to put the copyright protector up because I will get slapped around for copyright of this. Yeah, like, fucking first thing popped up 23 minutes, 10 minutes, 22 minutes, 23 minutes, 25 minutes, an hour and 10 minutes. 5 minutes and 27 seconds. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to watch the trailer. I will be kind of doing a live react kind of thing to the trailer. And then I'm going to say, despite what I think, I still, like, even if I come back and I'm like, oh my god, this game looks amazing, I still don't think that they should have gone this way, and I will tell you why after. Alright, let's get started. You are loud, and I know for a fact you're going to get me slapped for copyright, so let us... Okay. And a bit.
Find your way home.
Closed captions? Closed captions?
You are
Captions?
free.
Free. Why is there no closed captions? Excuse me? I don't want to show comments. What the fuck? Whatever. Yeah, literally no closed captions. Whatever. Well, hello, kitten. Okay, so far, this is all stuff that we've seen. This is what started us off back at the beginning of God of War 2018. Hi, buddy. And we have a kitten. We have a kitten who wanted to come and say hi and react to the trailer with us. I'm going to turn it down a little bit more because I'm, like, terrified that Sony's going to be like, kill this man! I can't allow them to kill me. Who would take care of the Chungus if I died? Okay, so first thing, one thing that I don't like about all this is it basically undoes the decision of... Eduardo was still here. He didn't see Chungus. He didn't. But that's okay. It kind of undoes the decision that Atreus made at the end of Ragnarok, where he chose not to learn about this, right? Like, this is the whole point. This is Odin's entire thing, is I need to know what happens when gods die. And we choose, and Atreus chooses not to gain that knowledge in Ragnarok. And then they go and they undo it with this. It's a story decision that I don't personally, I do not like. Because it cheapens that choice at the end of the prior game. Oh. What the fuck is that?
You know where I am?
It's like a retarded bug. Ah, claws! Apparently he doesn't like me using that word.
Burned clothes. The pyre. It happened. They're starting on the path. It's just
I didn't get to say goodbye.
What do you mean you didn't get to say goodbye? Hold the fuck up. What do you mean you didn't get to say goodbye? You knew that you were dying. Are you going to be able to die in this game if you're already dead? Like, what the fuck? I don't know. I don't know. But, like, what do you mean you didn't get to say goodbye? You literally knew you were dying. You pre-planned all of it. So immediately, that's a stupid fucking thing to say. But, okay. Like, I get there might be, like, an emotional thing, but that's just a stupid thing to say.
This definitely isn't the light of Alfheim.
No, stop. All right, plant monsters.
Shouldn't have been that difficult.
So she's seems a lot more well, obviously she's more agile than Kratos, less agile than Atreus. What the fuck is going on with these? How are there corpses in the afterlife? Like, playing off of what you said before, how are there corpses in the afterlife? Oh, it's like... So this was just like the reveal trailer, okay.
Now, how about a way out?
So that was entirely gameplay. I was gonna say trailer. Official trailer. Like, the gameplay looks fine. The gameplay looks fine. This is why I don't like them going... So there's actually multiple reasons. First off, as I already mentioned, I don't like that they cheapen Atreus's choice to not learn this information at the end of Ragnarok by just going in and giving us the answer right away at the very beginning of the next game. I think that is somewhat disrespectful to the choices that the characters made in the prior game, and I don't like that at all. Second, this vastly limits the enemies that you can find. And I don't mean like random fucking plant monsters like that. I mean like primary enemies. This is a God of War game. You're gonna find gods of some kind. So one of two things is going to happen. A, and I think that this is that option B is far more likely than option A. A, they will only show gods that you have seen die already in the series, which is basically the Greek pantheon and the number of gods that you kill in the Norse pantheon in 2018 in Ragnarok. So Thor, Odin, Balder, fucking Magni and Modi, and basically the entire Greek pantheon, right? That is option one, which vastly limits the story that you can tell because you are very, very limited to the enemies or the gods that you can come across. B, they spoil other pantheons. The rematch game. Exactly. That's why I think that they're going to go with B, which is they are going to ruin the possibility of encountering these other pantheons with Kratos and Atreus. Because they're already going to make it so that they are dead in universe. And I think that it is far more likely to be B than A. Which I do not like. So that is another thing. I think that it is going to spoil that there are other pantheons that are already dead, which limits the number of stories that can be told for the living characters that we have. That, I mean, Kratos we've spent like decades with at this point, damn near, and Atreus we've spent 2 full games with. I doubt they would even make more games. They will make more games with Kratos. 100% they will. And the third thing, they already have 5 games with him. Yeah, I think that what they will do is, and I think that they should do this. They should interplay with Atreus and Kratos as the lead, and let me explain what I mean by that, because that is reason number 3 that I'm not a huge fan of them choosing this game, like in DMC, kind of, yeah. I'm going to take a sip of my it's totally just orange juice, guys. There's nothing else in there. The cool uncle simulator, kind of. So what I think, so this is what reason number 3. They had a story that they had set up at the end of God of War Ragnarok. And this is kind of also my pitch for what I think the next game should have been. They had set up at the end of Ragnarok, Atreus needs to go find the giant soul marbles, right? He has a bunch of them. He does not have all of them. He needs to go find the rest. Perfect story beat to start the next game, right? So you have him and Angerboda going off on their own, trying to do their own thing. They're traveling the world, and we meet back up with them when they get to, just because it's the one that everybody wants to see in God of War, they get to Egypt. All right, they get to Egypt because one of, or maybe multiple of, the marbles are being kept in, you know, the pyramids or something. Let's just say, you know, oh my God, the pharaohs got a bunch of the soul marbles and they locked them up the pyramids with them. I don't know. Just bear with me on that point, right? So they get there in Egypt, and they're going through, and you know, they get to the core of the first pyramid. Let's just say they got to get through all 3 of the Great Pyramids of Giza. Right? Got to get through all 3 of them. There's soul marbles in each of them. They get through the first one. They get to the core. Poof. Anubis shows up. But he's not an antagonist. He might be an antagonist at first. So this is how I see playing it out, right? You get to the center of the pyramid. Anubis shows up. It's like, why are you fucking with the dead in my land? You don't belong here. What's going on? And then they fight. And then you story, like, obviously you win the fight, but you story lose to Anubis. Because it's still Atreus. He's still pretty young. He's not going to be able to take Anubis, right? That's just not going to happen. So they fight. Anubis wins. And Atreus is like, we're not here to, you know, and that's when, you know, Atreus is like, we're not here to disturb the dead. We're here to get these to help bring my people back. And then that's when Anubis realizes who he's talking to. He's like, oh, you're the son of the ghost of Sparta. And then he makes a deal with Atreus. He's like, we need your help. Because the Roman gods are invading. The Roman gods are invading Egypt. They are killing us. We need your help. We need your father's help. Because the Romans are very similar to the Greek gods. So he's got practice. Hooray. And so to bargain, he goes, Roman gods are just the Greek gods with different names. Yeah, but like you could make them more powerful, right? Because Rome was a more powerful civilization than Greece ever was. So they're like just what I would say is the Roman gods are basically copycats of the Greek gods, but they are far more powerful because the gods gain. I think this is actually kind of like canon, at least in the original trilogy, that the more people you have worship you, the more powerful you become. I do think that is an actual like in-universe thing. So because the Roman Empire spread so far and wide, they got so many more believers, so many more people worshiping them. They're far more powerful than the Greek canon ever was. This canon of the Fury of the Titans movies, it's not just it's a relatively common trope when it comes to god stories that have gods and pantheons in it, right? So Anubis is like, we have the Romans invading. We need your help. We need your father's help. And anybody else from the north, we'll just say the north, right? If they can come and attack the Roman gods from the north, that will pull them away from us, and then we can, clinch them. How the gods existed before the humans. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't ask questions. And then, as part of the bargain, Anubis, who is the god of the dead, we in payment for your assisting us, I will heal Brock's soul. Because that's another thread that they have that they can pull on. And they've already shown that different pantheons can do things that other pantheons think are impossible, right? Kratos literally went back in time. Mimir thought it was just hyperbole until Kratos was like, no, that actually happened. So, actual time travel is apparently not possible in the Norse mythology, but it was possible for the Greeks. So it's not out of the question that Anubis, the god of the dead of a different pantheon, could have some abilities to be able to heal souls that is just not possible for the Norse pantheon. So Anubis is like, I know that you have a friend whose soul was damaged and he is currently being denied his afterlife. If you help us, I will heal his soul. He will still be dead, but his soul will be healed and he will have an afterlife. And that's how you bring Sindri back in, but he's still pissed off Sindri. He's not happy-go-lucky Sindri. He's still punished Sindri. So you have a reason to bring Sindri back into the story. You have a reason at that point to have Kratos coming down from the north and attacking the Roman gods from the north, and Atreus pushing back the Roman gods from the south, from Egypt. And that keeps them separate, so they don't actually interact that much in the game, if at all. But they are both accomplishing things and doing things in this. And I think that storyline would be a lot more, and plus because it is the Roman pantheon, which is basically, as we've mentioned, is basically just a copy of the Greek pantheon. You have that gut punch to Kratos of, am I going to kill what is essentially the same people again? Can I do something different this time so that I don't just kill yet another pantheon that is basically the Greeks again? So you have that as well, right? Like you have that conflict. Here I go killing again. Yeah, pretty much. And, you know, he already didn't want to do that in Ragnarok in 2018. He just wanted to be left alone. In this, and that's an entirely different pantheon. This is like he would see Jupiter and basically see his dad, right? I think it's Minerva that's Athena in Roman. I know that Jupiter is Zeus, and I know that like Neptune is Poseidon, and I think Uranus is Hades, because I think Jupiter, wait, no, where's Saturn? Which one's Saturn? I can't remember. It's I did not. I'm actually surprised that I got those three, honestly, or those four. I don't know who Saturn is supposed to be. Is Kronos? Oh, interesting. You know what? Grok, help! Grok, assist me. Let's make sure that you're not on a retarded setting. We'll do comprehensive. Give a list of the major Greek gods and their Roman parts. And their Roman counterparts. All right, there we go. Zeus is Jupiter, Hera is Juno, which I did not know. Poseidon is Neptune, Athena is Minerva, Apollo is Apollo. Artemis is Diana, Ares is Mars, Aphrodite is Venus, yeah. Hermes is Mercury, Hephaestus is Vulcan, Hestia is Vesta, Dionysus is Bacchus. Oh, Hades is Pluto. Who is the counterpart for Saturn and Uranus? I have a gnat flying around as well. Oh. Okay, so you were right. Kronos is Saturn. Wait, Uranus was the Greek god, not the Roman. Huh. Uranus is a primordial deity in Hesiod's theogony, son and husband of Gaia, which was a Titan. His castration by Cronus led to the birth of Aphrodite and other beatings. Okay, well, that's unfortunate for him. Okay. But yeah, so basically, yeah, you have Atreus down in Egypt looking for magic rocks. He finds them in the pyramid. He meets Anubis at the center of the pyramid. Anubis is like, hey, bro, help us out, and I'll help your buddy Brock out. Also, you can keep all the marbles that you find. And he sends a message back to Dad up in the north. Dad starts a war effort going down. Son starts helping the war effort going north, down being south. And they end up helping contain the Roman pantheon in that way. And I think that would be a much better story and a much better path to go through than this. Another reason, and number 4, and this is, it is still somewhat relevant, but I think it's less relevant than the other 3 reasons that I mentioned. Number 4 is we just don't really know Faye that much. Like, she's shown up in a couple of cutscenes in Ragnarok, and obviously she's mentioned a lot. She is the catalyst for this first story, and she's kind of the catalyst for everything that happens in those two games, but she's not really a character so much. She's just referenced in the first game. You never even see her in the first game. The closest you get is like a silhouette when Kratos is in the light of Alfheim. Whereas in Ragnarok, she shows up in, I think it's 3 cutscenes. They're very impactful and important cutscenes, but she's just in 3 cutscenes. We don't really know Faye. We know of her. We know stories of her. We don't really know her as a character. We know Kratos. We know Atreus. It's like, it's better to stay with the characters that people know. Hello, R2. Thank you very much for the follow over on Rumble. I appreciate you. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at when it comes to this particular game. The gameplay didn't look bad. Like, legitimately, the gameplay didn't look bad. If it's a good game, I will be excited to play it. I don't really like the fact that they chose to go with what is essentially a non-character to be the lead of the next game instead of going with the obvious choice, which is Atreus. And even that is like a hot take for a lot of God of War fans, right? Like, a lot of people are like, what the fuck do you mean you want Atreus to be the next lead? It's like, yeah. Like, but it's like obvious that that's what they were kind of building towards in Ragnarok. So there we are. That's what we do. And with that, close this. We're going to get rid of this overlay. And we're going to continue on playing the actual game that I said I was going to play tonight. So, how's your household going? It's not. That is unfortunately just not going to be a thing, I don't think. Cassia, yeah, losing Ulfar for Cassia is fine. The more I'm looking at it, it's like I need to get some of my other loans taken care of. All the Star Fox means right now? Yeah. Yeah, I need to take care of a lot of my other debts before I can start doing that. So we need willpower. She's willpowered fellowship, right? If I remember correctly. Commerce. I guess she was kind of my commerce person until... Huh. Yeah, my loan is basically a non-thing, unfortunately. Target by the navigator's power gain plus 10% armor. That, yeah. It is what it is. We'll just do this. Fuck it. No new house for you. Not yet. It's still like... One thing that I have been thinking about is just buying the lot so that I can start paying the lot down. And then I can start like improving it slowly over time. It'll be like a little project place for me to work on. And then eventually when I get my other stuff taken care of and dealt with, I can then get rid of, or I could then get the trailer to put it on there. Let's see. Target gains increase hit chance for the next attack, dodge on their next dodge test, and chances of success and resistance. Disappear from each other. Okay. Get your dad or stepdad get the loan for you, like at his name, and you pay it for one of them. Imagine they have better credit. My credit is not the issue. My credit is not actually the issue. The issue is I was underestimating how expensive it was going to be to get it all set up and just how much of a loan I was going to have to get. So what I realized is that for the $80,000 that I would need for the lot and the trailer that I'm looking at, give or take a little bit, I would actually need about a $100,000 to $115,000 loan, and that just puts it just slightly above the amount that I can afford. So, like, I need to cut a couple of like I said, I need to pay off a couple of my other bills. Or my other debts. If once I get like another 2 of my credit cards paid off, I could probably go for it. But until then, I'm just kind of SOL for the moment. Creates a circle with a 2-cell radius. Every creature that is in it suffers from 0. Wait, what the fuck? 1 plus Navigator's willpower bonus. So that would be 1 to 10 to 24. Wait, what the fuck? So wait, no. So this would be from 11 to 24 damage. Circle remains for 3 rounds or until the Navigator creates it again. That's like basically nothing, though. Enemy becomes cursed until the end of combat. All incoming warp damage is increased by no fear. Creatures in the area of effect must pass a willpower resistance test or immediately move out of the zone, even if they're stunned or immobilized. Movement triggers attacks of opportunity from the Navigator's allies. It's just like doesn't do that much damage. Voice of command, this attack will ignore enemy block and dodge. This attack will ignore cover and will have double the effective distance. Attack cannot be reduced below 30 plus 3 times. So it cannot be below 48. Right? No. 57. Oh. I mean, this could be really good. I add a lot to the Veil. I mean, she's a persuasion, commerce, and awareness lady, but degraded defense, firebrand. I don't actually know if more than one person has that. Wait, what is the fellowship? Toughness. Ah, okay. We'll do degraded defense, fuck it. Tactician's ally uses a heroic act. Master Tactician gains 5 fellowship. Ally uses a desperate measure, gains 5 toughness, bonus to stack and lasts till the end of combat. I use a lot. This is actually gonna stack fellowship high as fuck. So I'm gonna actually do that. We'll do more willpower. Oh, okay. Ebb and flow, open to the warp. Enemies attacked by the... Moved. Has not been used by this combat. Gains +2 perception until the end of combat. Enemy fails resist test. 5 bonus characters and now currently equipped staff. Fuck it. Any target marks the target. Most pass the willpower resistance. The second use returns the target to the position where it was during the first use. Restores its wounds to the state. Wait, this is fuck, what's his name? He's the little bug dude in Dota 2. Was it Weaver? No. What the fuck is his name? This is his ult. His ult does this. Where he, like, jumps back in time and he regains all the health. Dota 2. Yeah, it is Weaver. I was right. It was like, it's close to Weevil, but it's not quite Weevil. Fuck it, we'll do this. Alright, we're gonna boost up Fellowship some more. Master Tactician's turret, if the momentum is higher than 125, the first burst attack or area attack used by the Master Tactician this turn costs 1 less action point. We'll do suppressive fire, that's fine. Agility is also good. More commerce, because fuck it, why not? We'll do Firebrand, because she does give extra turns, extra AP. Officer's ability or talents that grants hit per was armor is increased by 10% for 1 round. As one of the this is actually quite good, again, because of how many times I get to use that. I mean, maybe. Wait, for how long? Gain a bonus to all resistance tests equal to 20. I don't know how long that lasts, though. What's Stand Witness again? Next officer archetype ability that does not grant an extra turn will also affect. Ah, okay. Use an ability that grants movement points to the target. The officer also gains half that number of movement points. As the ability grants action points, they also gain +1 to all characteristics for every action point gained until the end of combat. Wait, does this stack? Hey, stop. Hello, Philemon. How are you today? Starts the turn instead of including any extra turn. Seize the initiative. The officer and allies with the voice of the command. Effect deal addition 90% damage to enemies who have not yet acted this combat. That's actually quite good. Does it have to be from her? Miss the oomph that is no longer an oomph? What do you mean? What do you mean? What happened? Hi. Blood of Martyrs. The guy that was here. Oh yeah, Eduardo. Mr. Eduardo. Yeah, he was a good guy. I like him. I like him. I approve. We're gonna have a quick kitty cuddle break. All right, what do we got? What's this? Whenever it's used 2 hours. There's a dumpster tire that calls itself Act 3. What do you mean, Act 3? Nice. Did you recruit your brand new Xenos ally friend, man? That Owlcat did such a good job of making it so that you would want to have him as an ally? What? You killed him? Oh my god. I can't believe you do such a thing. That's just rude. Gave him false hope? Hell yeah. What was I doing? Awareness. Am who? I'm dead. Yeah. He got what was coming to him. So Fellowship is maxed. Willpower is maxed. I'm actually surprised that Fellowship only needed 1. Wait, am I stupid? No, I am stupid. Oh, I guess we should do Perception, huh? Because those are the 3 that we've been kind of doing, is Perception, Willpower, and Fellowship. Awareness. Play depraved Xeno-friendly heretic. You may be inclined to help him. I legitimately don't know why anybody would. Because, like, even somebody who's like, I'm gonna be friends with the aliens. Everybody's gonna be friends. Like, he still tries to kill you multiple times and just, like, fucks up your whole life on multiple occasions. It's like, no, no, fuck this guy. Fuck this guy forever. Like, quite literally, if I could resurrect him and kill him again, I would do it until the end of time. Wasn't he misled or something? And? What are you trying to do here, bud? What are you doing? What are you doing? Hmm? Why are you deciding to be this way? You also were misled. How dare you? How dare you allow such a thing to occur? Malign influence. What the fuck are you doing? Kitten, I need you to figure your life out. I really do. What are you doing here? You gonna sit? Don't start doing that shit. He sits down, starts rubbing his ear. Throw him to the bed. I'm not gonna throw him. Ah! All right, nope. I need you to go. I need you to go. I'm not gonna throw him to the bed, but I will make it so that he goes to the bed himself. Get the fuck away from my drink, you little shithead. I'm just gonna do this. I don't fucking know. I'm spending so much time on this. And, like, I'm gonna use her this... Wait, what? No fucking way. I'm like 100... I am 100 and... No. I'm 81 XP from leveling up. Absolute dog shit. All right, where are we?
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
There's a barely noticeable imprint of a long clawed hand on the broken cogitator screen. The Aeldari Sanctum is blemished by human presence. In their pursuit of ancient secrets, the navigators had no qualms about filling the ruins with machinery and supplies. Get fucked, you stupid Xenos.
One and it's done.
Oh, literally nobody could wear it. Hell yeah, nobody could wear it. The Orselio navigators left no stone unturned in this Aeldari temple. It is as if they were looking for something that they just could not find. Books! Decayed pages. House Orselio need not know what is taking place here. The navigators are frightened enough by its power as it is. The last experiment left 3 from the Sithala clan without a shred of reason. Empty shells will bring no glory to House Orselio or its lesser branch. We shall carry on. At last, we have managed to implant the artifact in subjects who can wield its power. Perhaps all the navigators who perished in the agonizing torrent of energy were merely a symptom of our decline. I'm tired of counting the dead. The weak have no place among those who have harnessed the Atlas. Their abilities have grown manifold and become significantly easier to control and more effective at resisting the ruinous influence of the warp. It is all or nothing. Today is the day when my work is completed and the Starway Atlas takes its final form. The Sithalis have already undergone the operation. All that's left is me, the Atlas that controls them all. Today, I'll become the greatest novator in the history of House Orselio, or I turn to nothing. The power is beyond compare. All it took was a whim to make the wretched Sithalis fall dead at my feet. It is as if I have a second heart beating in my chest, subjugating any with the ability to touch it. How regrettable it is that this power only extends to those Orselio navigators who have accepted a piece of the Atlas within themselves. From now on, all children will be gifted with one at their initiation, and there will be no one who can match our greatness. Oh, seems like a pleasant person to be around. The heart of the navigators' camp. This is where Tisiphone and Orselio performed their experiments hundreds of years ago. Okay. You know, considering her name is Tisiphone, I was already kind of like...
Behind the varied colors of your soul, I see very different shades. Less gold and silver, and more and more...
Cass, joy of my eyes, I'm not ashamed to show off my body to others, but do not bear my soul for me.
I'm not used to being ordered around. I am. I've worked for corporations my entire fucking life. Someone removed the data script. Oh, shit. Also, loot. Oh my god, imagine something that I can't fucking use. What did this say? Someone removed the data crypt from this dead machine to keep the house's secret safe and leave no information about the experience that took place here. The ruined statues once depicted pages from the long history of the Eldari. And with that, we level up. Because I was, as we noticed, if an enemy suffers a critical hit from the SS at all, at the start of the SS will turn to new opening. I'm gonna take that. Level ups. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh yeah, I would have actually had a 100%. For that persuasion check earlier. While Bulwark is active, the Vanguard counts as full cover for their allies. The Vanguard has at least one ally at a 2-cell radius. Allies using the following: 30% more damage against all enemies in a 2-cell radius around the Vanguard. That's fine. We'll do that one. So we do not have athletics anymore. Arouse. We also cannot do. Oh, I was doing awareness. Okay, that's fine. Nadira! Help. Really? No? Okay. The first dodge attempt of every enemy in combat suffers a minus 77% penalty. The target of the attack is power is gain a stacking minus 5 penalty to the dodge and parry until the end of combat. Oh, I know what his deal is tonight. There's a whole bunch of people doing fireworks outside. Isn't that right, buddy? You little scaredy cat. You scared of the fireworks? Is that what it is? You're okay. What's the occasion? Next weekend is the 4th of July. There's just people that are shooting their load off early. Man. What the fuck? Why is it only +2? Oh, because ballistic skill. Well, that's unfortunate. Every peril is the warp increases momentum by 31. 88 additional armor against fire damage, half this amount of energy. That's actually not bad. Uses psychic power. All enemies adjacent to the psychic suffer. Nobody's ever adjacent to her. Kills or scores a critical hit against 8 creatures. This could be good. This could also be good. They use also offensive psychic powers. I'm probably like that. Dude, they're so overpowered. So overpowered. Light chain lightning, exactly. I think I want this one, right? When the Psyker is burning, the Psyker's Psi rating is increased by 1, and the Psyker's resolve is increased by 2. Trash the boss easily, who cares? I mean, like, that's the main, that's like the end all, right? Is like, if you are winning and you're not having, I mean, even if you are having trouble, as long as you're winning from a burst fire attack as well. Oh, I'm sure it does. I am sure it does. Enemy adjacent to an ally dies, and ally gets stacking corpus conversion. Oh, that's right. We ignore this. Strategy is very different from most. That is perfectly fine. +5 bonus characteristics to read the key character. There's key characteristics are impure. I don't really care about the Raven. Start of each round, avail degradations 15 or more, all creatures in the night. And Act 3 boss fight stats of Ulfar and discard. I saw the screenshot. I wasn't able to look at it too closely. Psychic power is relayed. The strength upgrade though, yeah. Well, the Overseer and their familiar adjust to each other, both of them reroll failed dodge times. I'm just gonna do Relentless Blaze. Wait, what gets me? But I need you to scooch. What gets me the fucking +2? Oh, it's Psi rating is 1 and resolve is 2. Gotcha. Okay, thank you. What the fuck did I just get? Lower warp. Logic. That's right. I was getting logic on her. I forgot. I forgot. On the rear also makes the allies in that area the enemy's lowest priority targets for 1 round. Yep. Yeah. That's how it go. That's how it be. Okay, so it was Lord Zeno. So we are maxed on Lord Xenos. Lord Pyramid is also 200, which is fucking wild. I mean, it is Jai. Do Medicaid? Get Medicaid up higher? I don't know. Fuck it, we'll do commerce. Makes sense to have commerce as a thing. Master of Torture, 5% more damage to a target for each type of damage over time effect. Breathless Man, their previous round of the story, the target is healed. Every single instance of damage from any of the executions. We'll do Master of Torture. And then for you, I actually really should be boosting up her awareness. Because, like, she's basically my trapped disarmer, and I cannot tell you how many times she's run into a fucking trap because she didn't see it while she was running to disarm another trap. Just gonna do this, fuck it. I don't really want to waste a whole lot of time dealing with this. Okay. How do we get here? Oh, I didn't even see this fucking ladder down here. Hello, please? Cabela has 90 toughness and now 22 strength for the feet unbuffed. Hell yeah. What we got? Course battle. 43 to 55. Plasma shot once per combat. What does that do? 25 to 35 damage, 50 armor pen. Grenadier's backpack and their allies are immune to damage from the wearer's grenades. The first time the wearer uses a grenade during their turn, they have 50%. Oh, okay. I should probably get Ildari weapon proficiency on Terry, huh? 76 strength base. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
With each step, I forge my
Okay, I can't go any further down there. On there, we've gone there. What's up here? Hi, friends! I was not done exploring, but apparently I have to deal with you now. No matter, it is a small price to pay for the liberation of House Arcilia from the chains of tyranny. I'm assuming somebody on my side said something, but because they were off screen, we didn't get to see it. So that's cool. Are we just like instantly going into a fight? Oh, hi. Some of you guys forgot how to do animation there for a second. We follow the Outlaws' call in your wake, child. Stand with us. House Arcilia will not trade Tessivity's legacy for the false ideals of blind fools. Wait, what is happening? Ah! And they all become demons. No, they just fucking explode. Arcilia Renegades representative. Damn, Xenos, this was not the bargain we struck. Thrones smite you. The navigator whose skin is so thin that it reveals the muscles, bones, and innards underneath clenches his augmented gold jaw in contempt. Oh, well, now I know who to kill. Great Regent's envoy. What's this? The rogue trader and the traitors to the house have lured the child into a trap set by Xenos. I wish my eyes were deceiving me, but I could see clearly that the great Regent Aoronto was right to send us after him. Is that coming through the microphone? There was just a very loud sequence of explosions from fireworks. I was just wondering if it had gone through the microphone or not. What is this? The rogue trader and the traitors to the house have lured the child into... Oh, that's right. Sturdily built woman is armed with a pistol, and yet there are signs of exhaustion in her posture. Her face is hidden behind a gem-encrusted three-eyed mask, and her elaborate Navis Nobilite vestments are stained with dried blood and other evidence of recent combat. An ambush, how ignoble, yet so typical of Xenos. You'll stop defiling the remains of the hallowed ground of our ancestors with your semblance of speech, monkey. The Harlequin's bright... Oh, it's a Harlequin! Bright clothes glimmer faintly in the dim light of the system star, and the sinister grin on his mask only adds to his menacing and aloof presence. The final act will soon unfold, where you'll pay for the deeds of your ancestors. Stay put and wait for the puppeteer to pull at your strings. Why are there Xenos ruins where the place housed the Atlas should be? Why is this place coated in an impenetrable black mist? I'm suffocating. Cassie closes her breastplate, near where her Atlas is. Her voice feeble and trembling. Three-eyed monkey who sees into the Shail, the taint of your ancestors has begun to consume your body and soul. Pathetic fools, with an insatiable lust for power that is not yours. Ending your misery will be merciful. Taint? Do you mean the Alice? Xenos traitor? Xenos traitor, the Alice is a sacred relic of House Arcilia. It is what elevates us above the rest. How dare you? I refuse to... Impossible. I need to blow my nose. I don't know if anything's going to come out, but I'm going to try. Why should I simply kill you where you stand? You'll have your cue yet, monkey. Have patience. The denouement is nigh. He dodges everything. Yeah. He has definitely saved my ass at one point. What is this taint you speak of, Xenos? Do you not see it? When you monkey discovered the crone world, you tainted it with your crude technology. You despoiled it of its relics, ruined all there was to the last stone. But worst of all, you sullied the souls of our ancestors reposed in this sacred vessel, the spirit monolith. He points his thin finger at the remarkable crystal floating behind his back, and the harlequins around you tighten the grips on their weapons. Like a sea of bottomless blue. I did not know that living things could exude such saturated hues. I wish I could paint this ocean a different color. Examine. The enormous translucent stone shares a strange resonance with this place. You can sense the energy emanating from it, mysterious, restless, coagulated. It resembles a giant heart that has been plucked out of its owner's chest. Its crystal clarity is pierced by hundreds of dark veins that have taken root within like a terrible illness. How'd they do it? The experiments. This is where she conducted her experiments to Symphony. No, it is not possible. To consort with Xenos is to violate the word of the God Emperor. It is known to all that Tisiphone Arcelio executed anyone who showed any interest in the enemies of humanity. Is that so? Then why is it that every piece of metal or fabric in this place bears our house's coat of arms? Open your eyes. Wyatt, I am unsurprised to see the truth is hidden from your gaze as three-eyed monkey. I realized at the moment I first met, I met the first of you, wretched, begging us to help you destroy your own kin. I said, okay, get to the point where I kill you. The ancestors of the three-eyed... Oh my god! Stop talking! I want to kill you. The ancestors of the three-eyed monkey sought to command the power of the spirit monolith and yet suffered failure time and again. Eventually, they discovered a way to harness this power. A terrible way, torturous and unforgivable. They shattered the monolith into many shards and weakened the souls within. And then, they placed the shards inside their bodies to empower their abilities. Neither Theodora nor Tisiphone was infallible, but that doesn't mean we are powerless to rectify the errors of our ancestors. Say that only because you wish to... Oh, shut up. You are more than just a tyrant's heir. You are a successor to a mad heretic, a betrayer of the faith. You must be destroyed, you and the Alice, once and for all. You think the solution is so easy, don't you, monkey? When you die, your souls become captives inside the spirit monolith. This process is deranging to our ancestors, who have served as the monolith's guardians for aeons. It is equally agonizing to the souls of your dead. And the more monkey souls the monolith absorbs, the more volatile it becomes. The Aeldari and the monkey have spent many a dance battling for supremacy within the monolith, and its integrity is waning. You sense it too. The only way to free our ancestors from the pain is to separate the monkey taint from the spirit monolith. My troop is here to perform just that. We will all play our parts today. When the final act for this age-long tragedy begins, the monkey players will exit the world stage. This is a stupid thing to say. Only a stupid person would say this. The Atlas must certainly be destroyed, but surely the entire house cannot be expected to serve penance for Tisiphone's crimes. I say to the genocidal alien monster. Say it, see what happens? No, my character's not stupid. Maybe if I play a really retarded character one day. You know, we'll ask Cassia. What do you say to the Xenos' assertions? Cannot change the past, it is true, nor can I change the fact that my house is forever tainted with disgrace born of Tisiphone Arcelio's hubris. Yet, all of us here today have the power to change the future and halt the unending suffering that is drowning both your kin and mine. You suggest that the monkey and the Aeldari change the future together. I must admit, my leading lady, I'm confounded by your audacity. Go on. Really? My Atlas, if you can free the phantoms of my house from the spirit monolith, guide them to enter my Atlas. Their experience and wisdom will help steer House Arcelio onto the path of truth and allow future generations to avoid the calamitous pitfalls of their forebears. Okay, Morag, my leading lady, the shards of the monolith are lodged inside the chest of every monkey bound to you by ties of blood. How exactly do you intend to return them? Shall use the Atlas to sever my subject's connection to the spirit monolith, and then I shall extract its shards from every navigator of House Arcelio. The artifact is implanted at birth. That does not mean that the ritual cannot be reversed. I witnessed its creation through Tisiphane's eyes in my visions. I lived it over and over again through the memories of the Sethala clan. I can recreate the ritual that will return the souls of your kin to you. It saved my people's lives. Are you really capable of this? I'm confident in my abilities, more so than ever before. Let's kill the Xenos so that they don't betray us in the middle of it. Yet another aggressive monkey specimen. Says the person who killed everybody! The Eldari souls nourished House Arcelio with their strength for nearly 3 centuries. I want to do this right, Terry. No more blood need be shed. Do it her way. I'm willing to try, monkey. No, I won't let you destroy the Atlas, even if it is the child's wish. Lady Arcelio, you are too young, inexperienced. You simply cannot comprehend. You address the future Novator of House Arcelio, one who survived the massacre of Urak 5, who has lived following an attempt on her life at the Palace of Dargonis, who has restored her house's stability in what scant time she has been free, while you, all of you, have spent years destroying it from within. You address the one who has passed through the tempest of the Sea of Souls to the true Atlas as a rogue trader's ally. Yet you still call me unworthy, don't you? Young, inexperienced? Kneel before me, and I shall forgive you your insolence. Holy shit, fuck yeah, Cassia? Actually? House Arcelio was always loyal to Nova Tisiphae. Henceforth, it will be loyal to her successor, even if you see fit to lead us down a different path, my lady. The Novator's voice trembles with reverence. Just fucking mind control this bitch. Are you done with your performance, monkey? Then stand aside and do not interrupt. Shut. I can feel it again, the tranquility. The ancestral souls have found peace, and corruption no longer endangers the monolith or this world. Remember our agreement, Cassio Arcelio. We will soon meet again. We will soon meet in this place again, so that you can give us the shards. And now be gone from our world, monkey. I want him to die. I'm not trying to talk to you, you dumbass. I'm trying to get the loot. The Eldari's gods once walked among them, teaching, guiding, protecting them from harm. There were no boundaries between mortal creatures and their patrons. This was a piece of an altar that the ancient Eldari used for some long-forgotten ritual, probably to kill people. All right. Time-worn manuscript. There was a time when I believed that I would lead my house to prosperity. In truth, fortune and blessings have long since been passing us by, as if the Coronis Expanse itself is trying to oust the Arcelio children from its bounds. If nothing changes in the near future, all of us will wither like night flowers at dawn, or perhaps face our ultimate fall. Upon my word, the Sea of Souls itself must favor me. During the last jump, I saw into the eye of a vicious storm. Within it, amid the ruins of a Xenos world, was a treasure, mighty and dangerous, not unlike our own power, and I found a way to reach it. I drive away the memory of our journey and the cost of our house suffered. The ritual alone was no matter. The goal will be worth the price, and due effort is all that is needed of us. By the grace of the Emperor, we made it through that terrible tempest. However, the Eldari ruins appear to have dampened the crew's spirits. These pitiful commoners talk too much. Tensions in the camp are rising. I should cut out the tongues of those who witnessed the first experiments. This information cannot be allowed to reach the ship. No, not just them. I shall have the Sithali clan dock the tongue of every lowborn. Yeah, she was kind of a bitch.
My pleasure.
According to the faded glyphs, the statue depicts an Eldar hero who created 100 worlds and twice as many stars. Who created 100 worlds. Not colonized. Not landed on. Not discovered. Created, huh? I don't know if I don't know if I trust that. Wait. There's loot to be had here. How did I miss this? Oh, shit. Wait, it's both castigating and infusing? I didn't even realize that was possible. Hmm. That's fine. Okay. Well, I'm glad I came back for that. That was actually really important. Smaragdus Mundus. Right, we're gonna go back to the bridge. I'm gonna see if Nomos has anything to say, because this motherfucker has been silent the entire chapter, even though it keeps telling me to talk to him. I think his name is Nomos, right? You got anything to say? Literally nothing. Wait, what the fuck? We have done the thing. First, there was epitaph. It is a world, but it is merely a case, a container for something we cannot name and cannot understand. Theodora and the ship have been to that place. Something was lifted up from the world, a gift, a trusted priest in crimson. One who identified himself as Amernat comprehended the gift raised from epitaph, and from it he created what they're doing. There's a tech blight. That's not how Nomos came into being. We were not invented. We were not freed. We came into being by accident. Theodora's ambition, the myriad mechanisms of the huge ship, Amernat's mind, the inquisitive attempts to comprehend and extract the dormant blight, the dormant epitaph, what lies hidden in its depths, and between it all, we slipped in, connected, and emerged like an electrical discharge between the poles. Do you know where this epitaph is? It is gone, deleted, erased deliberately, but we cannot trace who did it or why. A tech blight? A gift, but a terrible one. You would call it a weapon. Theodora coveted it. She needed it desperately, but we do not know why. How was he involved in this? He desired knowledge. Theodora allowed him to explore the gifts of epitaph, slaking his thirst, but we know it did not bring him happiness, and the footprints of his slaked thirst, fear followed. The blessed Amernat was involved in the birth of the spirit named Nomos. I do not believe for a moment that he could have been frightened by this miracle. It was not us he feared. He did not know us, but only suspected. His mental processes were preoccupied by the tech blight. That was what he feared. He wanted protection from it. Ship was on Epitaph. Amernat traveled aboard it, investigating the tech blight, and Nomos was boarded as a result of an incident. So how is it possible that no one knew the truth? Truth was hidden, deliberately. Your officers' memories were stolen. All the cogitators' memory banks were wiped. It took you feeding us the truth bit by bit for us to piece it together and understand. Who has the resources, the knowledge, and the power to accomplish such a feat? It would have been beyond the capabilities of the blessed Amernat himself, and he would never destroy knowledge. This story disturbs me. It sounds like an echo of the sacrilege whose name is the preservation of ignorance. The spirit of Nomos must be protected from the encroachments of that power that tried to conceal the truth of its birth. Enough about the past. Talk about the future. Tell us, what is our purpose? Serve the light and truth and greatness that is the Imperium. Serve the light to serve the Imperium. The chorus of servitors dutifully repeats your words, but seemingly without understanding them. Nomos is preoccupied. You cogitator continues to sing its creaking song, running unknown calculations. Blessed be the spirit. A great path and a great future lie before it. We must assist it on its way. What have you been doing? Have you found your great spirit? Let's take my leave. Okay. Oh, that was it. Okay, so it was just the whole time, this whole fucking chapter, I just needed to redo one of the dialogue options that I had already done, but it didn't tell me that I needed to do it again. I hate this game. This game sucks. She's up here, right? Yeah.
Oh, how nice of you to grace me with your presence. I was just thinking back to our journey to the Palace of the Atlas. That is, to the world of Xenos. Remembering that most reckless act has enveloped my mind in a whole palette of hues. But when I think of the great risk you took for House Orselio's and my own sake, an azure shawl instantly descends on my shoulders, and amber sparks flash inside my soul. Please accept my
Go eat dinner. All right, man.
gratitude.
Have a good night. I'm probably going to call it after this discussion anyway. So, it was good talking with yous. Bye-bye. Good night. So now you're the full-fledged Novator?
You of all people should know that succession is a lengthy and tiresome process. While my entire house is busy preparing for a grand council at which I am to ceremonially inherit the late Tisiphane's title, I have decided to remain by your side, to relish just a little more of this carefree liberty. For as soon as I am summoned to do my duty, we must say our farewells. The Xenos have managed to free the souls of our ancestors from their confinement. The memory and wisdom of those that came before us will serve our house, helping build upon the ruins of the present a firm foundation for generations to come. I believe in that, as I believe in the divine light of the Emperor.
So now all of the power is in your hands.
So, if by power you mean priceless knowledge.
Knowledge is power,
As for
yes.
the special powers granted by the Xenos souls, the navigators of House Orselio will once again have to contend with their own bodily and spiritual limitations. However, I am undaunted by the prospect, for our line and our gene have never been weak. House Orselio will succeed, and soon we will rise again, draped in white and gold.
Alright, I'm done with this.
I will try to answer any questions you have.
What is your special site reveal?
Too many colors. The hues flicker and intersperse, merging into a single wave. It's about to crash. Forgive me, but I cannot satisfy your curiosity at this time. Perhaps later.
That was a bit of a
Enjoyed
shift.
your company. Thank you for the conversation.
That was a bit of a shift in fucking mood from fucking topic to topic. Holy shit. All right, so literally all I have left is just the two main things in Furibundus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tempt fate. And I'm actually going to approach the system. And then we will call it there. So we will do this and we will do this. Alright, I don't know what the fuck just happened, but it's whatever. And then we will go here. Then we will go here. Okay, so we literally have one more thing. Your Lordship, we have contacted Altar Templum to collect this in accordance with your orders. The Atropathic Inquirer sent a message to the station about the plight of the implantation throne. Altar Templum responded to our overture very promptly, which in itself is extremely remarkable for cloistered servants of the Omnissiah. The Adeptus Mechanicus report that they are most aggrieved by the misfortune that has befallen the ancient relic, and they are prepared to dispatch to the flagship a learned man, first to the restoration of archaeotech machines. His name is Eogun Febris. He is ready not only to personally assist the dynasty, but also to teach the ship's engine seers all the necessary rituals. In return, the Crimson Priests only ask that you visit the station and inform them of the fate of the miraculous fusion reactor from Rykad Minoris. Okay. Relay that you have agreed to visit the station. End dialogue. 2 planets accessible in Chapter 4 in that southwest portion that weren't accessible in Chapter 2. I think I went there. Here, fuck it. We'll pop back out real quick. And I'll look over. Fuck it, why not? Fuck it, why not? Yeah, I think the only thing that I have not been to is yeah, we have explored all of the things. Yep, there is nothing left for us to do. All right, so that is going to be it for today. Is it planets, not systems? Well, I'll deal with that later, maybe. I'm finally here, and I'm going to stay here. I keep getting pulled away. I'm not going to do it. Not happening. So yeah, that's going to be it for today. Next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, gonna be more Final Fantasy IX. No stream on Thursday. Actually, I'm debating on swapping out my day off to Friday instead of Thursday. Okay. Because Friday apparently is just like a major pain in the ass right now. And it's just like very likely to be I'm just very likely to be getting back really late on Fridays, less so on Thursday. So I'm not saying 100%, but next week we might be doing a trial run of break day being swapped to Friday. I don't know. But regardless, whether it is Thursday or Friday that I am off, the day that I am not off, we will be doing Rogue Trader as well as Saturday. Yeah. That's what we're going to be doing next week. But before all that, If you have not done so already, if you're over on the YouTube side of things, hit that subscribe button. It would be very much appreciated. If you are on Kick or Rumble, hit that follow button. It would also be very much appreciated. If you're on Rumble or YouTube and you have not done so already, hit that like button. All of these things are entirely free, and they help the channel out quite a bit. And if you want to help out the channel even more than that, I do have links to my Patreon and my Throne in the descriptions of Rumble and YouTube. And in Rumble and Kick, I do also have paid subscriptions available. So any of that stuff, obviously, entirely voluntary, but very much appreciated. And regardless of whether you click a single one of those buttons, as always, I appreciate you. I fucked that up. I fucked up my outro. Oh, God! But yeah, anyway, I appreciate y'all as always, and as always, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I hope you all have a good evening. See you next time. Bye-bye!